Good morning. Today's a beautiful day in Boulder, and today I'm going to wash up my new truck and talk about everything about it. So if you think it'd be interesting to learn about a 2005 Double Cab Tundra, stay tuned. And if not, tune in next week where we'll have more truck camper content. So let's get to it. Sweet, let's watch this bad boy up, and I'm going to talk about why I bought this new Tundra in the same way I talked about why I sold the Tacoma. So, get to it. So this is another one of those videos like I made the other day where I'm just going to wash my truck and talk about it. This is my first time washing this truck, actually. I put about 1,000 miles on the truck so far in the 3 months that I've owned it. But really all of that was in like 2 big trips where I went skiing. I think I've been skiing with it twice and drove up to Carbondale once with it as well to help someone move. That was actually right after I got it. So this is a This is a 2005 Toyota Tundra Limited Double Cab. So what double cab means, if you're not in America, it means that it's got the 2 doors. And that means that it can fit a camper, or excuse me, a car seat, which is exactly why I purchased it. So if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I had a 2009 Toyota Tacoma for a very long time. I had it from 2011 to 2018, but with the arrival of my first child, I wanted or needed a car that could fit a car seat. So I sold my Tacoma to my father-in-law and used the money from that sale, just put it right back in a vehicle and bought this truck. So I did what a lot of people don't do, which is go down in truck, meaning I went from an 09 to an 05, but it's what I had to do. I didn't really want to invest anymore in a vehicle, and I really like this truck. I did not want one of the new Tundras, as they're absolutely huge, while I felt that this Tundra is literally the best Tundra ever made. When I was looking, I knew I wanted an 05-06. Thought that was the best year. I knew I wanted a double cab. I knew the double cab only came in the V8. So my old Tacoma was actually a 4-cylinder, 2.7. This is a V8, 4.7. So a lot more power, which I've really enjoyed so far. You do take a hit, of course, in the gas mileage. On the trips I've been on so far, I've experienced right around 15 miles per gallon, which if you're from America, you're pretty okay with that, since gas is currently about $2 a gallon. If you're not from America, you probably think that's crazy, but in actuality, it's not so bad. So 15 miles per gallon and an awful lot more smiles per gallon. That's in its current configuration with this beautiful cap. Once it has the camper on it, I'm not sure what it would do, but I hope it's roughly similar magnitude. And actually, the Toyota was getting about 18 miles per gallon before. That was the 4-cylinder, but because it was definitely overloaded with the camper, so not such a bad hit. And now I can actually do whatever the heck speed I want to on the highway. It's quite powerful, quite fast, and I do have the TRD exhaust actually, so that's kind of fun. It makes a lot of vroom vroom noises. So this is the limited model. This truck, I have its full records, which the previous owner had partials of, but also I got the rest from Toyota. This truck lived the vast majority of its life in New Mexico, and then came out here to Colorado right around the 100,000 mile mark, and then the gentleman that I bought it from owned it from about 100,000 miles to about 150. So it's got 150,000 miles, which, you know, is more. My old Tacoma had right around 100, so more miles. But those of you that know that this truck does have a pretty high reliability rate as long as you do the timing belt, which the timing belt was done at 130. So after it was supposed to be done at 90, but it survived. And then the timing belt water pump was done at 130. So we're in pretty good shape there. The previous owner, he definitely liked cars. He had a beautiful restored Bronco. So he liked cars. He liked them to look nice. So this truck was looking pretty nice when it was in his hands. I think he took good care of it. That and the fact that it was a New Mexico truck for most of its life allowed me to buy it. Let's see, did I say yet? It's the limited model, which means it has leather and all that stuff. I'll do some shots at the end of this of the interior. But it's got the leather. There's the TRD exhaust. It's got the 6.6 CD player. You know, it's 15 years old now, so some of the stuff looks a little dated, but it works just fine for me. The only thing I'd like to do is get it sunk up to my phone so I can listen to my podcast, which I still need to do, but I will do. I've barely even moved into the truck so far. I don't even have got jumper cables in there. That's about it. So super happy with it so far. As you can see when I'm cleaning right now, it has a cap. This is a snug top. Apparently it's the Super Sport, which is their top of the line. I talked to the local dealer who said that this cap would have retails for $3,400. So it's a pretty serious cap, and I like it a lot, but it's got to go so I can make room for the camper shell. So actually this cap is for sale. I'm selling it. I haven't fixed the price yet. I'm thinking it's gonna be north of $1,000, probably closer to $1,500 I'm hoping for. I'm fixing it up. Before I do that, I gotta get a new lock. I broke that the other day, and I'm gonna get a new window, so I got both those parts ordered. About $200 invested into it. Get it fixed up real nice and pass it on. Apparently it was originally a green topper, but the owner before me, he had it color matched, so it looks great. It's in ridiculously nice condition, and I would love to keep it, but I don't really have a good spot to store it. And my 4-wheel camper lives on this truck most of the time anyways, so no need to do that. This is really my first time looking at this truck in more depth. I'm seeing some paint marks and stuff, but it's fine. So like I said, 150,000 miles, pretty great condition considering. And then the other things that this truck came with was it's got tow package, so it's got brake down here. I'm probably off camera, but it's got a brake down here. It has got bigger tires. It's got 285s, which are almost 33s. So that's pretty cool. In order to accommodate those bigger tires, it has the lift. The lift isn't my favorite style of lift. It is it's airbags in the back, which I'm totally cool with because that's what my old Tacoma had. So like I was saying, it is airbags in the back, which are the same thing I had in the old Tacoma. So I like airbags because you can adjust them. With the old Tacoma, I had originally purchased them because I thought that I would take the camper out of the truck more often than I did, so the adjustable suspension would be good. Turns out I never take the camper out of the truck, so maybe leaf springs would be better. But with this camper, it's got those airbags, which I'm comfortable with, which I like. The only thing that's kind of a bummer that I don't think the person that sold to me was completely forthcoming about was that one of the airbags does appear to leak a little bit. It's pretty slow, like over the course of a week, but it does leak like almost all the way down, so that's kind of concerning. So this summer, I'll get into there. I'm hoping it's just a bad connection. I hope if I just redo some of those press-to-fit fittings that I get to seal back up again. And if not, I will replace the bag. So, slightly unfortunate, but nothing that's really killing me. Again, need those in the back to help clear the room. These tires, these are 285s. The previous owner actually worked at Big O Tires, so he had a bunch of good tires, and he gave me the option of getting either pair. He had a pair of aftermarket rims that were black on this when I looked at it, with some Big O mud tire that was essentially like a knockoff of BF Goodrich, I think. But I didn't want those, and because he had these Nitto Grappler Terras that had actually not been used at all on the stock rim. And so I went with those, and he said I could have either pair with the sale. So I got those, and I'm pretty happy with them so far. Like I said, brand new tires. So that was absolutely worth something when I bought the truck. Then up front for the lift, it is the bad kind of lift, unfortunately. It is just the hockey puck spacers. I think it's a 1.25. Just the classic dumb metal bolt-on things for the struts. So that is not something I like. You need those in order to clear the bigger tire. But maybe this summer I'm going to replace those with a proper, maybe Omenio or Blistrin or something like that. Replace it with something better that is proper suspension lift. So that's on the to-do list, but also not pressing. I doubt anything too terrible is going to happen with those silly hockey puck spacers. And then also, this has wheel spacers as well. I think they're G2 brand. I'm not really sure. I'm not super happy about those either. I'm not positive I need them to clear this tire with the lift I have. I think ideally I would just lift this truck more, keep the 285s on, and then get rid of those wheel spacers. But, those are definitely a controversial item on the internet. But in actuality, I'm not really sure. I'll be sure to report back if they cause something catastrophic. Also on the to-do list in terms of wheels and suspension is apparently everybody and their mother on the internet says to replace the lower ball joints. Maybe even upper ball joints. So I will do that stuff this summer probably. And I hope that I simply survive till then. So that's wheels and suspension and things like that. But so far so good. I mean, she drives beautifully. She just pull a little bit when I brake, pulls a little to the right. Not sure what that's all about. The pads are fine. They're not brand new, but they're not in need of replacement immediately. But we will see. I still haven't even changed the oil on this car. I'm going to take it to Toyota the first time, probably the only time hopefully, and just have them check everything out. Let me know if anything else needs to be done. It is an automatic. These cars only came in automatic. This is the first automatic I've ever owned. I would much rather prefer a standard or manual transmission vehicle, but this exact truck did not come with that transmission. However, the previous owner had flushed the transmission not too long ago, so that was good. So she should be nice and healthy. Again, it's the 4.7 engine. It's actually the most powerful of the 4.7 that was available in 0506, and they actually detuned it just a bit in 06. I think 05 it was like 282 horsepower, and 06 it was like 272 or something like that. I'm sure it's on Wikipedia if you really want to know. So it's got slightly more horsepower. Not that I actually care. Oh, that's dirty at all, but it's cool to say. I think we're gonna need more soap. Some dirty water here. start. So it definitely takes a wider turn than the Tacoma did. A much wider turn. I don't know if it's the wheel spacers, the bigger tires, the bigger truck. I think it's probably all the above. Yeah, she's a bit of a beast, but all good things. I still love it. What else to talk about while we finish up? See, it's got it does have a K&N air filter too. Again, not that I really care. You can see the running boards are taken off of it. That kind of adds a little more clearance. There's this fancy grill. I think it's like a Tony Stewart grill or something like that. I don't really care about that type of thing at all. But it's here, so I might sell that. What else? It's super comfy. The Limited is definitely nice. Heated seats. Whew, that's pretty cool. Heated seats. Cruise control. The old Tacoma didn't have a cruise control. She was the base model. So the rear seats, definitely awesome. Way more comfy for the folks. And so the wife got a new car recently as well. So we actually have her 2002 Saturn. That was her first car that she got when she was 16. And so rather than sell that car, I actually just held on to it. And so I can use that around town when I need to, which really lets me just kind of go crazy with the truck. This is really almost a purely recreational vehicle. And so with that, the fact that it gets 15 miles to the gallon, but like a billion miles to the gallon, isn't that big of a deal. And the fact that the camper's going to live on it full time really makes it easier and things like that. So it really is kind of a recreational vehicle. Like I said, 150,000 miles. So some of you might say that's a lot. I would hope some of the other Tundra owners say that's nothing. I'm definitely hoping this thing goes into the 3s, 4s. There's rumors that these things go even higher than that. But, of course, just have to keep good care of her. Change that timing belt before she kills everything. And enjoy it and use it, though, most importantly. So we will see how long it takes us. What else? Like I said, haven't really even moved into the truck. I threw my jumper cables in the back, just because I always like to have a pair of those, mostly for other people. And that's about it. I haven't put like all my little knickknacks in the cab or anything. Maybe I'll do that another day. Not that I really carry much knickknacks. I'm not a overlander guy with the packs and everything like that. I don't care about that type of thing very much. Mostly just a couple of Taylor Swift CDs, and that's about all you need, really. So let's see. Oh yeah, the paint's definitely a little more beat up than my old truck, but that's okay. Buy them to use them. Tools, not jewels. Oh, it does have. Oh, that's one other thing. It's got these. It's got the LED headlights, which are stupid bright. Awesome for me, not awesome for people I'm around. I get flashed pretty much constantly, but I've used those a few times down there. Really, really cool. I would highly suggest it. So it just looks stock. They're just in there, and they are bright as can be, which is awesome. Super clear for me to see stuff when I'm driving, like deer on the highway and stuff like that. Oh boy. Like a swimsuit model over here. Sunroof. Not that I really care about that at all. Man, this truck is bigger than my old truck. What else? That's really about it, probably. The lights are nice. So, the wife likes the heated seats. I like the heated seats. The passengers that I've had with us so far, they like the rear seat an awful lot more. Oh, piece of trim. Oh, I'm going to need that thing over here. It's got the same 20-gallon tank that my old truck had. So with worse mileage, gas mileage, it's gotta get secured. Worse gas mileage and the same size tank. That's definitely slightly unfortunate. I would much rather have like a 30 or 40-gallon tank. But you know, it is what it is. Not a big deal. Bumpers be cool, but I don't really care about that. Yeah, just gonna use it. Can't wait to get the camper on here. Oh, so to get the camper on here, I need to. Now time to dry. So yeah, the next things up on this are to sell the cap. So I'm fixing that up. I'm going to sell it. If you're interested, get in touch with me. It's in the Boulder Front Range area. I go up in the mountains quite a bit, so if you're somewhere along the I-70 corridor, we can talk about getting that transported to you as well. Once the camper's off, got to take out there's a bed liner in there too. What is that? What is that? Is this thing clear coated or something? Here, I'm going to cut to a close-up of this. Tell me what this is. So the cap's got to come off. I got to take the bed liner out. I have to install an eye-bolt system for the truck camper tie-downs. 4-wheel camper makes such system. I reached out to them hoping they would want to sponsor my next video, provide that to me, and I would make a video about it, but they were not interested in that. So if you think about it, encourage them to do it. Or if you want to sponsor it yourself, get in touch with me. We'll figure out a way to make that happen. Oh yeah, I got this peeling everywhere. I wonder if this was clear coated at one point in time. So yeah, I got to install those. Then the camper needs to get some risers in order to fit the bed, the wings, if you would. So that's something I need to do. Not a big deal. My old Tacoma needed that too. I know exactly how to do it. Should be a quick project. I will of course be making videos about all of that. And then, like I said before, just the one thing I want to do, maybe the suspension upgrades. We'll see. Probably not, to be honest with you. I got other things to do with my money, and I'm still surviving. But I would consider the lower ball joints and peripheral projects. So if you have some advice on that, do reach out. Let me know what you think I should do, where to get the parts, how much it's going to cost. If there's a good YouTube video that explains how to do that, let me know. Because while I do think I'm perfectly capable of the job, I think it's essentially a Lego project, nuts and bolts. I haven't done it before, so I know the wheels got to come off, and then a few other things. So let me know about that. And what else do you think I should do to the truck? Lift it even more? Bring it back to stock height to maintain the alignment. That's a possibility too. Use it as is. That's probably what I'll do. Light bars, whatever, bumpers, whatever. I'm probably just going to use it. That's how I kind of operate. But do let me know what you think of the new truck. I actually haven't even put my son in it yet. The whole reason I got it. But we will soon. We'll take her out and do our first family camping trip. Hopefully while ski season's still happening. I'd love to get some camping skiing going. But if I can't, I can't. Next up for the channel, I guess we'll talk about. So obviously, you know, channel's been a little slow recently. Just had a lot going on. I actually am putting together another video with an update about what to expect out of the channel in the coming future, but I'll just share it now too. Because I'm actually going to take all my photos that I have of building out the camper before I started taking video, and I am going to kind of put together some talking head recap photos, slideshow type of thing on the camper. So I hope that type of thing sounds interesting to you. If you have specific questions, drop them in the comments now and I'll get them in. I'll continue to ask for more questions later, and I will talk about a recap of that. Also, what I've been up to recently and why I've been so quiet. Hint, it is, I finished my PhD, which is awesome, and I had a kid, which is awesome. And I did both those things in about a 3 weeks time span. So that was a busier time of my life. With that really closes out kind of an introduction to my new truck. I'm going to go ahead and throw the gimbal on, go take some pretty shots of this thing just to show with you, but I won't be back in this video. If you've enjoyed this long form, let me know. Let me know what continued questions you have. Thanks for watching as always. Please consider liking and subscribing to this channel, and we will see you next week. I think I'm going to switch to Sunday releases, but I'm not going to kill myself trying to get a video out every week, but it's probably going to be every Sunday morning. So we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.